Hi everybody, it's Lene. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel today. So I have another Dollar Tree project for you. I stopped by my local Dollar Tree and I picked up this little 3-pack of 3.5 by 5-inch little writing tablets. The only color they had was this sort of mustardy yellow, which wasn't really inspiring to me at first. I grabbed it and I thought, oh, that's going to be tricky to use. Then I remembered I have the new Songbirds 12 by 12 pattern cardstock from Paper Wishes hot off the press, and let me show you. It is gorgeous. So yeah, it's got this very mixed media look, lots of that golden yellow as opposed to the mustardy yellow, right? It's got this like blue tile here with the little music notes on it. It's got some little burgundy flowers, some like music, sheet music here, and then green tile with the feathers. This is cool because it's like a peeling paint texture and these beautiful flowers, and then just the little birds, and the music is really beautiful, sort of dark pink. And then this gorgeous with the pink and the gorgeous golden color, and on the back lots of music. And then we have these great cutouts. We call these little card toppers. But look at that. That's a pretty good match, right? And then all these cutouts as well. So, got the hard part, which is what paper pack I want to use. And then I kind of have to decide what paper, because, oh my gosh, gorgeous. I think I'm going to go with this one. I love the navy on it, and yeah, we're going to go with this one. Probably will end up using some of the cutouts as well. For the paper bag, I'm going to use a different shape or style of bag. So as you might be able to tell, I have a little respiratory virus going on. So it's been like the second or third week now, hanging in there. Did have to pick up something at the pharmacy. So I have this great shape of pharmacy bag. My husband picked it up for me and I was like, oh, don't throw that away. He's used to it by now. So I'm going to cut this down. But the important thing is, you guys, that it is 5 inches tall. That's what we need, okay? So we're going to trim the rough edge off. And we're going to make a cute little notebook. All right, so we're going to trim that off. Don't need that. All right, so that is, as I said, 5 inches by 9.5. Oops. I think we're going to go, which way could we go? We're going to go this way. Now I have to make a decision to make. I have a pocket on this end. If I open this this bound end at the bottom of the bag, if I open that up, I'll have 2 pockets. Or I could just keep it as it is, and let's make 2 pockets. Let's do it. They may not be pockets. We'll see what we're going to do, but we're going to open up both ends. Just going to see where it takes us. All right, so we're going to put this on the front because that's going to get covered up. And we're just going to fold this like that. Now I'm going to take one of these since we don't need all 3. It is nice that they have little cardboards in between them. I've made something similar with these in the past, but I've created a little pocket so that you could, well, I've done it both ways. I've created it where we just glue it in, sort of like a gift, and then you give it to somebody. When they use this up, it's done. I've done another one where you slide it into a pocket and then you can replace this. So I'm not sure which one of those I'm gonna do, but I'll link both of those at the end of this video. All right, so we're gonna fold that in half, and that is roughly 4.5 inches. All right. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to put this right here, and then I do want to score it so that it gives us a little bit space on each side. So let me grab my scoreboard, and then also we're going to cut some paper down. So the paper, I thought that would be really cool to use on the card front with that bird. It's just really beautiful. And then we're also going to be doing some things on the inside. And then I have all of these little pencils, okay, also that pencil color, okay? And we're going to use those. These are out of my husband's golf bag, but you could just take regular pencils and then you could just like sharpen them down and they could have a little eraser, whatever you want. But we're going to make a little holder for them, and one of them is going to go in here. So you just have a pencil at all times. So I'll be right back. All right, so I have made just a little bit of a gusset right here on either side so that this little thick pad has a nice little space like that. Okay, so how I did this is I took my ruler and I measured, okay, this was 9.5 inches. So the halfway mark, we got to do a little math, is 4 3/4 of an inch. So I took my little golf pencil and I marked right there is 4 3/4 of an inch. Then I just took my little scoreboard and I just marked on each side of that mark, just like 1/8 of an inch on each side of it. So that way you have a nice little gusset there. All right, so what I've also just taken my little ink. We're gonna ink all the way around the inside and the outside of the bag. Okay, we're all done with this. Let's move this out of the way. All right, and then as far as the papers, remember we have 2 signatures of each one of these. So I wanted to show you how I cut this down to feature all of these little things. So right here, I wanted to make sure I had just enough space so that it was a nice little border of that paper bag. We like that paper bag color. That's why we're using these brown paper bags all the way around the edge. All right, so then cut that one from there, cut that one from there. That left me another little spot. Okay, let me find that little spot. That right there, we're going to use that on the inside. And then I went over here. This is cut the same as these two, same width. There, there, and then I had this little spot too. All right, so that left us this strip right here. Okay, so we're going to cover this with the one sheet, which is great because that leaves us lots to play with on another video. All right, so the first thing we're going to do on this little bag is it does have these little gussets on it, so we don't need those. I'm not going to be using those for anything, so I'd rather just have like a strong base on this. So we're just going to glue. This is Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue, and I'm going to link everything down below so you can find it if you're looking for it. Here we go. All right. So let's go ahead and do, now this is going to go on the inside, just like that. My inspiration for this is just a nice little spring gift. You know, you might be meeting a friend for coffee, for their birthday. You want to bring them a little something along that's handmade. And this is just a really quick and easy one to do. If you don't have a pharmacy bag, little bakery bags work great too. Yeah, you can find a bag that'll work. All right, there we go. And then the back is going to get covered there, and we're going to do something about that writing, no worries. All right, I really just like to get the outside edges the best on these bags, because when you think about when you're turning the pages of anything, a journal or anything, you're really just using that edge the most. Okay, did I get everything glued? I did. All right, so now we have these two little pieces right here. What are we going to do with those? We know we're going to glue this right in here, so let's go ahead and do that so it has time to dry. Oh man, before I forget, we're going to cut down a little scrap of our paper, and we're going to put a little pencil like that. And then we're going to, see, I got ahead of myself, like that. Okay, that's going to go right there. And then we're going to take our glued little notebook, and we're going to put that right on top of that pencil, because we want our pencil to be really snug up against that. Let's make sure we got it in there good. So it's still going to come out, but it's nice and snug. All right, phew, glad I caught that. I got ahead of myself. All right, so now we're going to take these two little strips and we're going to make little pockets on this side. All right, so let's just do it the easy way. Ooh, how pretty. That would have been cool too. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll use that side. I forgot all about that side. Let's re-ink those. Do you ever forget about the reverse side of your double-sided paper sometimes? I do all the time. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to fold this in half, and I'm just putting a little fold right there at the top. And then I'm going to take my 1.5 inch wide circle punch. That's going to go right there where the fold is. Just like that. That kind of gives me a visual center there. My ink pad is dry. I mean, my applicator is dry. There. Really fighting that. Oh, whose phone rings? We have the last landline. Okay, I answered it. It was a telemarketer. Do any of you guys still have landlines? We are, I think, among the last of our friends to have a landline. But recently my husband said, we need to have a landline in case the power goes out, and then we can still make phone calls in case of an emergency. He's right. And then the power went out for almost a full day, and he was right. I mean, I was glad to have that. But, you know, who knows? All right, now we're just going to put the glue on the 3 sides, leaving the top open. Our cute little pockets there. And let me see if I can find my gift card example. It's in here somewhere. So anyway, you could put a little cutout in there. You could put a little happy birthday in there. So cute. You could put a little piece of artwork on the tablet, which I think is so cute. Okay, we're going to close this now. Right, that looks cute, but we still need to take care of this part right here. And we need to do something with these little side pockets. So I've decided I'm going to take a little bit of ribbon. I'm not going to use these little side pockets like I normally do. Just going to put some glue there. And we're going to put some glue on either side of this ribbon. We're going to make a little closure with it. I should have made that centered. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to cut that to about 8 inches. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, it's lined, we're good there. go. That always makes a sweet little presentation. All right, for this edge over here, I've got my little spool of Dollar Tree lace. Best deal in town, you guys. About 3 yards for $1.25 store. So we could put that right like that, and we could glue it down like that. So it's going to cover that up, which I like that quite a bit. All right. I think I'm going to need my hot glue gun for that. But maybe, let's get it started with this glue. I quite like this paper glue. It just bonds ribbon and stuff so nicely. But it kind of just sort of absorbs everything. All right, we're going to do that. Cut this a little bit longer than it needs to be. I think that'll work. And then I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm just going to fold it down and glue it as well. Okay, that's turning out cute. All right, we'll be right back. All right, the lace is trimmed down along the spine. I added these cute little dazzle stickers. Just a note, right here I like to use a little pokey tool to lift them up and place them. And then I thought this cover needs maybe some little flowers, my little paper flower stash, just to give it a little dimension. I like to do that kind of among the printed flowers, just for a little added something. There we go. That's sweet. All right, so let's do a little flip through and open this up. Okay, found my little coffee card there. There are little pockets, and then we've got the little pencil that works. As I said, you can find lots of these if you want to check out the link that I'm going to give you on Amazon, but you got to buy a lot of them at a time. So my solution to that would be to just like electric pencil sharpener down a full-size pencil, slip that right in there. You can even find like miniature pens. And yeah, this all works really nicely. And you guys, I love to give my projects away to my subscriber friends. So if you like, comment, and subscribe, you will be entered into win this little notebook, and we'll send it to you in some happy mail. But you do have to watch next week's video to see who the winner is. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.